Hello November! We are quickly approaching the festive season. We have 2 months left of this year, so today we're going to be doing a bit of a productive life reset in order to end this year strong. Going over the goals I set for myself this year, thinking about the goals for 2024, and starting to prepare my home for the festive season. Hello, happy November. The end of the year is very much in reach and it's freaking me out a little bit, but it's okay. We're sorting ourselves out today in this video. Welcome to a little, I want to do like a monthly reset, but actually kind of different to my past monthly reset videos. For those videos, I normally would just kind of reflect on the month just gone and the goals I set for myself, and then of course planning for the upcoming month. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have had my priorities straight recently, and I think I just need like a really good check-in with myself. So I want to do a bit more of a deeper like prep with me for the end of this year video. I want to look at goals I set for this whole year. I also want to start thinking about next year. I know that sounds scary and you might think I'm a little bit crazy for like jumping the ship a little bit, but I find it's actually super beneficial for me if I start thinking about those goals towards the end of the year, and then that way I start the year just with a bit more of a bang. Like I know what I want from the year. Whereas this year, I remember this new year, I spent like most of January just trying to work out what I actually wanted to do with this year. And yeah, I just want to start with the 2024, that sounds weird, but the 2024 prep, and also end this year strong, because this year it is not over yet. We still have 2 months and 2 of my favorite months of the year. I've got myself ready for the day. I'm gonna make myself a little drink and then we're gonna sit down and look at goals. And also you guys can do this with me. I've made myself my little AG1 drink. You guys know I have this every morning when I remember, and it is probably the healthiest little habit that I do for myself every single day. This has been a healthy habit that I really have managed to consistently keep up with this whole year, and I have 100% felt the difference of that. AG1 are actually very kindly working with me on this part of the video. When it comes to taking any form of supplements, minerals, vitamins, I know that whole market is extremely overwhelming, daunting. It feels like you should be taking so many pills a day just in order to like bridge your nutrient gap. However, why I constantly stand by AG1 is because of how easy they make this. You would have seen me just make it, but I basically add 1 scoop of the powder to 250 mils of water, which is just half of this water bottle, so it's not even much to drink. Give it a good shake and that is literally it. And here there are over 75 vitamins, minerals, prebiotics, probiotics. AG1 is made from a science-driven formulation, and believe me, when you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs, maybe some nutrients that you're not necessarily getting solely from your diet, you are going to feel better. The result of having this over this past year, and I felt these results after like a couple months, I'll be very honest. I have less afternoon slumps, and another huge one is less bloating, because it does support all these areas like gut health, your immune health, your brain health. There's a reason why AG1 is so popular, and so if you guys want to try them out yourselves, and I could not recommend them more, just trying that healthy habit, seeing what improvements you feel with your well-being, then click the link in my description bar to get a 1-year supply of vitamin D plus 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Again, that link is in the description bar. Right, let's just get into this. I can feel myself kind of procrastinating already. I think I'm scared to go over the goals that I've set for this year, and I also did like a little mid-year check-in and set some new goals. It is okay if you don't make all the goals, or some goals take longer than you think they're gonna. Some goals aren't even necessarily a priority anymore, but it's still, sometimes it feels a little nerve-wracking to look back on them and be like, oh, I didn't do as much as I thought I would. Before that though, my mind is just a little bit like all over the place this morning, and I think it is because there's just a lot I want to do. I'm actually going to Paris in a couple days, which is really exciting. So I think what's going to help me is if I just write out a to-do list. I sometimes do my to-do list digitally on Notion. I have a Notion planner, which I'm going to show you guys. Sometimes I actually really like literally just pen and paper for brain dump to-do lists. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I do all my planning in Notion. I have a Notion template that I sell, and I've sold it across this whole year. But yeah, essentially I have this like self-improvement page which is dedicated to goal tracking. Okay, here we go. So I'm on the page. We have my yearly goals, and I can already see like the first one didn't happen, but that's okay. I am then adding in my, well, you can see I have a little 6-month check-in. We'll dedicate some time to 2023 achievements. It is so important that you focus just as much energy and time on highlighting what you actually did achieve, how you did it, that you're proud of yourself, as it is to create new goals and focusing on what you want. There are so many other things I achieved this year, ones that were not on my to-do list, not on my goal list. I guarantee you, if you do this little exercise, you'll realize how much you achieved. Even if you look back on 2023 and you're like, this wasn't necessarily my year, but there will be wins in there. Okay, so looking at the yearly goals, resolutions, etc. for 2023. Buy in London. This didn't happen. There is no way that this could have happened, and that is completely out of our control. I don't feel bad about this goal. It's annoying, but it's like, it really is just the way it is, and there's no point stressing about it. This is simply a goal that's gonna have to move into my 2024 goals. Plan wedding, again, didn't happen because we were waiting for buying the house. That has been such a lesson for me. Like, you cannot wait for things to happen in order to justify perfect timing. Come 2024, we're 100% gonna start planning the wedding. I put launch something. I kept this as such like a vague, generic point, but I'm gonna say I have done this. I launched a podcast this year. I also launched my Notion planner. Continue to grow my YouTube and Instagram. I've definitely done that. Learn more about cinematography. I feel like I have done this. I don't really have time, or it's not in my scope to become a filmmaker. I don't need to have those skills to be able to do what I do for a job, even though those skills would be incredible to have, but also like those skills take years and years. But I do feel naturally that every year I get a little bit better. Brand trip / opportunities. Yes, I have had this. I've technically been on 3 like PR trips this year, but the one I just went on when we went to Turkey, my first ever like proper press trip, take care of my body. I for sure have done this. I think I've absolutely turned things around in terms of moving my body a lot more consistently, checking with my people more. I think this year has actually been a huge learning for me in terms of who are my people, and also like not everyone you meet is gonna be your best friend. It's not like that anymore. I'm gonna be 25. Like, I'm not nearly as much of a people pleaser as I used to be, and that I think actually is a good thing. More than ever, know who I am as a person, and that's a really comfortable feeling. 2023 work goals. Hit 300k on YouTube. You never know, this could still happen. I've just hit 250k. I don't know, I hope to end the year on maybe like 270. Reach 50k on Instagram. That did not happen. I put an earning goal for myself, which I'm obviously gonna blur out, but I will say I've hit that, so I'm very happy. Go to a premiere. I haven't done that. I really wanted to be like invited to a premiere. That would be really cool. But I did go on a brand trip, so that's fun. 2023 achievements. I wanted to do this together. Normally when I do this, I'll like pre-populate this, but let's think of this together. So first thing that comes to mind, because I actually just did it, is 250k subscribers on YouTube. I for sure am proud of myself for launching my podcast, Bloom with Becca. If you haven't listened, please go listen. It is actually quite different to what I do over here. Podcast chats are, I don't know, if you want to get to know me a little better on a more personal level, podcast is definitely a place for that. I for sure am gonna put the Turkey trip. I worked with some of my dream brands. I'm gonna say showed up for myself, and I really feel this. I feel like I have actually been quite disciplined this year, especially when it comes to like fitness. Actually, that's definitely something I'm gonna put in there. Being consistent with fitness. I'm gonna put traveled a lot. I feel like I have done a very good amount of traveling this year. I've done Miami, Zurich, Turkey, never been. Went to Fuerteventura, went to Aarhus in Denmark. I am going to Paris this week. Whilst I have the opportunity to do it and do it quite a lot, I'm gonna definitely jump on that. Just been jotting down 2024 intentions because there's 2 that come to mind, and if more come later, that's fine. And I guess these 2 kind of mean the same thing, but find true happiness in the small moments and slower living, and make sure to live your life in an authentic way and stop worrying about what is to come. I just share what I do on a daily basis online, and I wake up constantly thinking about how I can do my job better and therefore living a more interesting life. But is that actually a happy life? I've been thinking about this a lot recently when I'll like purposely go do something just for the sake of filming it. That doesn't actually serve me. I'm not necessarily happy. It's just like, it's nice to film. Or I get so caught up in, the digital world and like all these things I could be doing. Scary realization actually of just how much we live life through a screen. 2024 goals. I'm gonna have a little think about this. I think I'll come up with some for now, maybe like 5 or so, and then I'll share them. Spend some time reflecting away, planning some goals. I think honestly I'll probably wait till I have more before I share. I'm sure I'm gonna do more like prep for 2024 content in the next couple months. I'm actually gonna spend some time now working on like life admin bits, also work admin, like things that have been sitting on my to-do list for way too long that I need to tick off, and I've just been waiting for like a more free day. Today's that day. Okay, I've decided very last minute, after getting some work done, I'm gonna pop out. I kind of want to do a bit of work in a coffee shop that just, you guys know, like always motivates me, especially when I have like project stuff to do. I'm gonna just have a browse at the, I don't know, maybe what some stores have out Christmas decor wise. I'm just gonna have a peek. I'm not gonna buy anything, but just have a little browse. I think it'll be nice just to get slightly in the more wintry spirit. Hello, beautiful people. It's actually a few days later. I went to Paris and I wanted to like finish off all the bits for this reset, this vlog before I went away, but I ran out of time. So we're back now. I was only in Paris for like a few days, 3-4 days. And so yeah, I thought it'd be okay to pick up this vlog just a few days later. We spent the morning going for the cutest little dog walk. The weather, I mean, you can see the sun coming in, is gorgeous. It's actually so crisp and cold outside though. This is like, I was gonna say my favorite weather. I do love like a 30-degree hot day in the summer, but in terms of winter and this time of year, this is like the perfect day. I treat myself to a little package from Skims. I bought like a few things. I bought this little cotton long sleeve gray top. I can't believe I didn't get this sooner. I absolutely love Skims. I've bought like quite a few bits from them in the past, but I never bought this because I was like, it's just a plain top. Today's mission and something I wanted to do before I went away is de-Halloween my home. I have pumpkins everywhere and it's now like the 5th of November. Say hello.
Hello.
Let's sort that out. I'm also gonna be a little bit crazy and pull out some of my Christmas stuff, just so I can see what I'm working with. We're not decorating just yet. Exciting little Amazon package through. I got a collection of these little trees. I think they'll just be really easy to put around the house. Very cute. I think this was like £12 or something on Amazon. I'll have a link below. My Amazon storefront is always in the description bar, by the way. Then, okay, might be a bit of an impulse buy, but this projector only costs £40 and I'm very curious to see how good it is. I'm pretty sure this is like Amazon's one of their best sellers. This is my Christmas box. It's gonna take me a good few minutes to get it out. Here we go. And here we have all these Christmas decorations.